Okay. So topic for today is kidney. Before coming to medical, we thought kidneys are only excretory organs. But after joining medicine, you must have realized much more about kidney. And what is that? They are also involved in control of blood pressure, the renin-angiotensin mechanism. These kidneys are very important for that perspective, but still, this is one organ which medical sciences have managed to kind of replicate in the form of dialysis. So even if a person loses both the kidneys, still dialysis can make him stay alive. That is not possibility with lungs, heart, brain, even liver. Longest survived case of renal shutdown was a person who lived after the renal shutdown for 45 years more. So this is one area where medical sciences should be proud of. Yes, there are other branches like allopathy, Unani, homeopathy, that they have their own role. But medical science in acute conditions and in such conditions, there is no replication for that. Person comes with a chest pain, you have to go to an allopathic surgeon. You cannot call a homeopathic person and ask him कि सर वो 4 गोली ले लूँ क्या या 8 ले लूँ chest pain हो. Acute condition, they have to thrombolize, and we have nice thrombolizing agents. So kidney, with that introduction, we talk about the location of the kidney. As usual, when we talk about any organ in abdomen, the kidneys, no murmuring. The kidneys are occupying these regions. Extending from T11 to L3. From T11 to L3. This is the diagram we are going to draw. Now this is L1. L1 passes through the hilum of the kidney in such a way that it passes through the lower part of the hilum of the left kidney and upper part of the hilum of the right kidney, because the right kidney is slightly lower than the left because of presence of liver. Okay, so the transpyloric plane passes through the lower part of the hilum of the left and upper part of the hilum of the right kidney. Kidney occupies these 4 quadrants. What are these 4 quadrants? Epigastrium, umbilical, hypochondriac and 4 quadrants it occupies. That's about the location, shape of the kidneys. That's the greatest joke. Kidneys are bean shaped and beans are kidneys. Whenever they taught us about beans, they said beans, these are grains, whatever, which are kidney shaped. When they talk about kidney, they said these are organs which are bean shaped. Dimensions around 10 to 11 centimeter long, 5 centimeter broad, 3 centimeter thick. Let's talk about the morphology of the kidney. It has two poles, upper pole, lower pole, two borders, outer border, inner border, two surfaces, anterior surface and posterior surface. Now this to anybody can write just looking at the kidney. At least one word, one line we should be able to write about each of these, and that's what I am going to tell you. Upper pole is flat. Lower pole is pointed. Inner border is concave. Outer border is convex. Anterior surface is irregular. Posterior surface is flat, because it is going to lie on the anterior abdominal wall. Anterior surface irregular because many organs are there. Upper surface flat, upper pole flat because suprarenal is there, stuck over there. And lower pole is pointed. Am I clear? Kidneys are covered by fascia called as renal fascia, but now there are 4 layers covering the kidney. Okay? The first, innermost, from in to out, innermost to outermost. Okay, first is the fibrous capsule, which is firmly attached to the kidney. Second is peri, means around, perirenal fat. Third is renal fascia. And fourth, outside the renal fascia is pararenal fat. Outside the renal fascia is pararenal fat. So inside to onward, outside fibrous capsule, perirenal fat, renal fascia and pararenal fat. Now we are going to talk about the renal fascia, which is layer number 3. This renal fascia has 2 layers, anterior layer and posterior layer, layer of Geroda and Zucker-Cantle. ऐसे उनके नाम. So when we look from the side, this is the kidney, this is the anterior layer and this is posterior layer. So let us see what happens to the anterior layer and posterior layer with respect to superior and inferior layers. Superiorly, both the layers they unite, and again they accommodate the suprarenal. They accommodate the suprarenal. Again they unite and go below the diaphragm. So this anterior layer and posterior layer they unite, split to accommodate suprarenal. Again unite, go below the diaphragm. Inferiorly, they remain separate. And there is a logical reason for this, they remaining separate. Because kidney has to move up and down with every inspiration. So we cannot have it enclosed. So every time we will press upon the fascia. Okay? Now if I take a section of the kidney, a transverse section, and I see this is the kidney. Now, not in this plane I have taken a transverse section, in a regular plane I have taken a transverse section. And in that case, this is lateral. Now, this is medial. Okay? This is the kidney, this is anterior, and this is posterior. So now you are looking at the anterior and posterior layer in a transverse section. What happens? Laterally they unite. Laterally they unite and they are continuous with fascia transversalis. Laterally they unite and they are continuous with the fascia transversalis. Medially, one of them goes and unites with the fascia of the psoas major and quadratus lumborum, which are the muscles behind, and one, that is the posterior layer, and the anterior layer goes and merges in the fascia around the aorta. So now medially they are open, laterally they are closed, superiorly they are closed, inferiorly it is open. Now because medially is open, again there is a chance of infection entering the kidney from the medial aspect. Okay? So medially open, superiorly closed, inferiorly open, laterally closed. This is how the renal fascia is, anterior and posterior layer of the renal fascia. Relations. Peritoneal relations. It's a retroperitoneal organ. Okay. But the anterior surface is covered by peritoneum to most of the extent. For example, it's the peritoneum which separates it from the right kidney from the liver, and in between lies the hepatorenal or Morrison's pouch. Now the relations of the right and the left kidney are different. You cannot have the same relations for both the kidneys. Okay. Now this you have to learn how to draw this diagram. So for right kidney, the first thing you should draw is this. You remember duodenum, second part of duodenum. The posterior relation was the kidney. So sector duodenum. This is how you draw. And the remaining portion you have to draw 1, 2, 3 lines dividing into 4 portions. So right kidney, how do we draw the relation? Firstly draw near the hilum, duodenum, then 1, 2, 3. This should be larger. This is hepatic. This is suprarenal. This is colic and jejunal. So you should practice drawing this diagram. 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Hepatic should be slightly larger. Now let us discuss how to draw the relations of the left kidney. 1, 2, then 3, okay, and here slightly complicated, but see suprarenal, spleen, stomach, pancreas. Jejunum is more on the left side, so jejunum and colon. Jejunum and colon. Okay. So suprarenal, spleen, a band of pancreas, jejunum and colon. This side colic area is more, jejunum is smaller. This side jejunum area is more, colic area is small. Okay. So anterior, this is about the anterior visceral relations. Now we move on to the posterior relations, which are same for both the kidneys. Posterior relations are same. So in posterior relations, there are four muscles which are related posteriorly to the kidney. On the top is diaphragm, and then below psoas major, quadratus lumborum, and transversus abdominis. Psoas major, quadratus lumborum, and transversus abdominis. And then there are few nerves and vessels. So here there are subcostal nerve and vessels. Subcostal nerves and vessels. And here there are two nerves, ilio-hypogastric and ilio-inguinal nerve. Ilio-hypogastric and ilio-inguinal nerve. Now how do you remember this psoas major? You remember? Psoas major is the muscle which is very closely related to the lumbar plexus. So most of the nerves of the lumbar plexus, they come out along the lateral border of the psoas. These are the branches of lumbar plexus. Hypogastric is above, inguinal is below. Okay, and subcostal is here. These are the medial and lateral arcuate ligaments. Medial and lateral arcuate ligaments. Okay. This is same for. So you have to remember four muscles: diaphragm. And three muscles below: psoas major, quadratus lumborum, transversus abdominis. And then four more structures: subcostal nerve, subcostal vessels, ilio-hypogastric nerve, ilio-inguinal nerve. Okay. They are of the diaphragm. This what actually you see in the diaphragm. These are actually lower part of the diaphragm, rather from where the diaphragm takes origin, or rather they are formed by the diaphragm, medial and lateral arteries. Okay. So you need not write that in the relations. You have to just write that. Blood supply of the kidney. अगर ये आपको नहीं आता है तो यू शुड लीव मेडिसिन. रीनल आर्टरी, रीनल वेन, देन द डेवलपमेंट, most important. And we have discussed that before also, the development. Some part of it which we discussed. Do you remember? The lymphatic drainage is into lateral aortic lymph nodes. It's here. Development. Anybody remembers? Intermediate mesoderm had thickened. We had discussed this. Then there was genital ridge, paramesonephric duct, and nephric tubules. This nephric tubules in cervical region is called as pronephros. In abdominal and thoracic area it is called mesonephros. and in the sacral area it is called as metanephric blastema or metanephros. That is called as metanephric blastema. Both sides it will be there like this. So in the sacral area, kidney is there in the sacral area. See, in abdomen, what is happening in the child? They must have just started with foregut. In midgut, you will see that liver is so large, so intestine doesn't have space. So there is physiological herniation of the intestine outside, and when liver becomes small, the small intestine comes in. तो where is the place for kidney? So kidney पहले से ही sacrum में बैठा है, तो तुम्हारा सब होने दो, उसके बाद मैं ऊपर आ जाऊँगा. Okay, so it is therefore in the sacral area, the mesonephric ducts are like this. Okay, and from this mesonephric duct arises ureteric bud. From the mesonephric duct arises ureteric bud. Now this pronephros disappears, right? Mesonephric tubules form vasa efferentia, and most of them form superior aberrant, inferior aberrant, right? And what was it forming? Anybody remembers? So vasa efferentia is the only positive thing which it forms, the mesonephric tubule. So main contribution is from the metanephric blastema. Now let us take this thing above. So both pronephros, mesonephros have disappeared, and now there is the metanephric blastema. This is in the sacral region. This is the mesonephric duct, and from this mesonephric duct arises ureteric bud. This ureteric bud goes inside the metanephric blastema. That actually is like an inductive factor. That is like an inductive factor, and thereon the kidney starts developing. Now I am not going to go into details of the development. I am just telling you this because it can come as a long question. So now long question, as usual, you have already messed up with writing a short note for 5 pages just because you knew everything about it, and now you reach a long question and you start writing and you finish the morphology of kidney. Or bell buzz like ting. Supervisor starts collecting. Fortunately, you are in that corner, and you see that question में क्या लिखा है? Development of kidney 2 marks. So ये diagram निकालने का, and you should write kidney develops from ureteric bud and metanephric blastema. Okay, ureteric bud. So metanephric blastema से what develops? Bowman's capsule. Then PCT, loop of Henle, DCT. एक इतना डायग्राम आई थिंक पेपर कलेक्ट होते होते आप आराम से निकाल सकते. यूरेटरिक बड से क्या डेवलप होता है? कलेक्टिंग ट्यूब्यूल्स, माइनर कैलाइसिस, मेजर कैलाइसिस, एंड पेल्विस ऑफ ureter. Ureter has this enlarged portion called as pelvis of ureter. अच्छा है ना डेवलपमेंट, 2 मिनट में आराम से हो जाएगा, पर खाली याद आना चाहिए. Kidney develops in sacrum, slowly ascends upwards. So by the time it's 9 months, it comes to its position. Because now abdomen, liver becomes small, there is space in abdomen. Now the reason why you should know embryology. There was a case in one of the big hospitals in Mumbai. Female presents with a tumor in the sacrum. So gynecologist got, she didn't refer to radiologist. She did the USG herself. She said tumor hai, nikal देंगे. See, medicine and surgery, this is difference. Medicine people, they use put their brain. Surgeons also do, but medicine वाले ज़्यादा. ये medicine ले, ये try करेंगे, ये वो. Surgeons, they put their brain, but they say let's open and see. So that's how surgeons. So she said, we'll just report. So then she opened the patient. It was tumor was very vascular. So she called the surgeon. She said, why don't you come in? So surgeon also, big hospital. He said, oh, I'm just come and change and coat nikal ke. He also wears OT. Tumor nikala, dono wash out होके बाहर आ गया. Oh, yeah, have a cup of tea. Patient's serum creatinine started rising the next day. And then they realized that was the only single kidney the patient had which has not ascended up from the sacrum. एम्ब्रियोलॉजी का मेरे क्लास में आज जो लोग एब्सेंट है वो लोग ये ऐसा कोचिंग करने वाले हैं बताओ. Because this is something you should, and why she should have referred it to radiology. If you have seen a radiology USG report, they just don't do local. Then they go kidneys normal, spleen normal, liver normal. If she would have referred to radiologist, he would have done his own protocol. What she did, she just did pelvic. अरे हाँ mass वैसा लग रहा है. Let's see, let's open and see. Okay. Patient lost the only kidney. She could have been referred to urologist. He may have lifted the mass, fixed it on the posterior abdominal wall. If the ureters would have been longer, something could have been done. Then the patient whole life had to live on dialysis. And next day, both of them were having a cup of tea inside the prison. Both surgeon and gynecologist. So we should be knowing this. So that's about the development of the kidney. Histology. Okay, आपका histology. So histology, there is cortex, there is medulla, and then there are renal pyramids. Where are they? In the cortex or medulla? In the medulla. Then above the pyramid in the cortex are cortical arches. And then there are, well, you should be knowing about cortical arches, and then there are medullary veins. What are medullary veins? They are the collecting tubules which form the medullary veins. And then we normally only know of this Bowman's capsule, and then there is but it is not that this thing. Suppose this is a blood vessel. The Bowman's capsule cells actually has a primary process, and then it has secondary processes. Okay, it has secondary processes also. So this secondary processes, this is blood vessel. These are secondary processes. And this part is slit diaphragm. This part, slit diaphragm. Slit diaphragm. What happens in the slit diaphragm? What happens in the area of slit diaphragm? It's so thin that it's from here to the slit diaphragm that the blood impurities, most of the things are taken in from here, and then selective reabsorption takes place. But you should be knowing about this pedicels, the primary process and the secondary processes of the cells of the Bowman's capsule, which go over the blood vessel like this, and there are slit diaphragms in this area. With the slit diaphragm where the actual toxins enter and the remaining matter remains inside. Okay. Last part, applied anatomy. Congenital anatomy. अरे भर descended kidney, unrotated kidney. Okay, the kidneys they rotate in such a way that now the hilum faces medially. If they don't rotate, the hilum is facing anteriorly. Excessively rotate, hilum is facing posteriorly. Two ureters, very common. Ureters develop from the mesonephric duct, from the ureteric bud, the remaining portion. Pelvis of the ureter is that huge opening that you must be already knowing, so I am not speaking about. Kidneys, sometimes this side there is one kidney, another side there is one kidney, and then horseshoe shaped kidney. Lower ends unite. Okay? Because there is a villain. Who is the villain? Basically there was a villain. Inferior mesonephric, inferior mesenteric artery. It is arising from the aorta, right? Which may aorta है. Origin of inferior mesenteric artery is there. Therefore, this horseshoe shape उधर ही अटकता है. Okay? So एक दूसरे के लिए both of them died. Kamal Hassan and Rafi Agni also. You may not have seen and you may not see also that movie. But then there are some good movies. मैंने प्यार किया. Both of them unite, complete pancake kill. Pancake kill. Okay, right, left, सब एक जान है हम वगैरह गाने. और एक्चुअल दिस इज ऑल पिक्चर में यार, एक दूसरे के लिए एक जान है. एक्चुअली लोगों का शादी भी होता है उसके बाद, उसमें क्या होता है बताओ. रियलिटी, expectations versus reality. Reality is polycystic kidney. मतलब शादी हुआ, कलेक्टिंग पार्ट भी अंदर है, secretory part भी है. See, the part which develops from metanephric blastema is called secretory part, and part which develops from mesonephric duct is called collecting part. So you have to write secretory parts develop from mesonephric blastema, which include tuck 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 tuck. Collecting part develops from mesonephric duct, which secretory part from metanephric blastema. अभी शादी में क्या हो रहा है, शादी एक्चुअल शादी में मतलब होता है कलेक्टिंग पार्ट इधर दिख रहा है, गया है, झगड़े. कलेक्टिंग पार्ट एंड सेक्रेटरी पार्ट डोंट यूनाइट ऑन. एक ही किडनी के अंदर दोनों है, एक ही घर में रहते हैं. मामा को जाके बताओ, पापा को जाके बताओ. Don't unite. That is called as polycystic kidney. Why? Collecting part and secretory part both are there inside, but they are not meeting each other face to face. So that stop about. No, not stop. This is just congenital anomalies. Investigations. USG most, which is done nowadays. Then pyelography. You inject a dye, it comes in the kidney, take a X. Medical, nephritis. It can be infective, glomerulonephritis. In severe diabetes, hypertension, nephritis. Again, so you should be knowing about that also. Surgical, renal stones. Renal stones. So all those excessive, कुछ भी excess किया, whey protein वगैरह ज़्यादा खाया, renal stones. Excessive दूध, मतलब if you are not working and drinking too much milk, you are doing workout, that's a different. So surgical and cancer. Last is cancer of the kidney. So that's all about the kidney. Thank you.